Hey everybody, what's up? Jester here. Welcome back to episode 15 of Immersive Revolution Rebirth. We got a lot of work done on the last episode. As you can see behind me, we got the garden cloche. We have all the stuff downstairs. And speaking of downstairs, go down into the basement. We have our backup power. So as we get creosote, we can turn that on as needed. Get rocking and rolling. We have this fermenter, squeezer, refinery, all that fun stuff. So I gotta set that up. This isn't set up, but we don't need it just yet. How are you looking? Actually pretty decent. Yeah. That's when we have like a large multi-block structure for power. We can get that set up to where we can have, hey, we're full up. We need to add more and get rid of some of that creosote. But to start making that power, we need to get this taken care of. Which means we need a steady supply of water, which we don't have. Went ahead and grabbed some materials, like a couple buckets of water to make a water source. We got pump and pipe so we can pipe that out. Some of the various things that we're going to need for just getting rotational power to the mechanical pump, right? Went ahead and grabbed the electric pump, and then of course setting up power stuff. Make sure we have our MV, but the electric motor, this should be able to take the power and make that spin. So hopefully that'll do the trick. However, I am going to need this transformer. So I think I put the vertical slabs. Do I have more? And I do have more andesite bricks. All right, let's see if we can't make this happen. Move you out of the way, actually, and kind of put you here. Transformer up on the wall. Connect the HV sides together. That way we have all the stuff needed for the MV. And we're gaining power. Fantastic. Now the fun part. I do believe this is the water. So if we do like that, right? That there. I didn't bring any glass, but I should have some just random building blocks I can use. I mean, I got the andesite bricks. Actually, yeah, we'll use those for the time being. Ooh, that's, I see, causing a problem because of the elevator. I didn't even think about the elevator part. Let's kind of put it here. Because having a water source right next to a power source, what's the worst that could happen? Like, seriously, think about it. All right, we can remove that bottom part. I don't see this moving too fast, so we're not going to need like a whole lot of power for it. MV wire connector. All right. It looks like crap for now, but I changed that to rotation, an RPM of 8, and it's pumping through. Now, just because of the nature of things, it's going to have to pump one, then the other. Oh, no. It's coming down here. But we'll see if as they get full, if they will be able to reach far enough. We'll grab wheat seeds. Hemp seeds. There he is. Captive dreams. Looting, smite, fire acid, sharpness. You know what? I'll take captive dreams, actually. Mostly for mending and, well, not mending, but sharpness, or sorry, looting and capturing. And then I'll get my, alright, so everything is full. I like it. 3 of each for now. Though I don't know how well this is going to work using the garden cloche for these. I might have to set up something different. I don't know that these actually give seeds for seed oil. It's one of the reasons why melons are so good is the melons and the seeds both break down in a single crop. All right, fantastic. It does drop seeds. Both of them. Perfect. Also gives us a little bit of a food supply. Now, let's expand this just a bit more, shall we? Hopefully, maybe, possibly. 5 more cloche. We got the access ports. And if I want to set up a 6th one, because these are all going to be melon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get some dirt. That's all 5. Run water pipe all the way around the HV. So where's it gonna happen? And I don't have enough MV. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the relay. Insulated wire all the way across. And then connect it up. It does not appear that the water is reaching. Ah, slow and steady. Let's add this slag to it in the hopes that it will help, you know? All right, so we're getting whole melons. We will need to process those down. Melon, let's go seed, let's go. Best way to process this, let's see here. That will give us 9. Precision sawmill. Actually, that looks like it's going to be the best bet. Oops. And we'll save that bottom one for the slices. Set the multiple. There we go. Now, what I don't recall is whether or not these... Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. I don't recall whether or not these auto output. If they don't, I have an idea. All right, that stuff I think is going to move. Are you auto outputting? You are not. All right, that's fine. Let's see if we can get you running. We should be able to. This side is going to be a little bit more challenging. Wrong direction. Right direction. Wrong direction. Let's do it from this side. Now what's happening? Not enough power. Okay. Time to fire things up. There it goes. Oh, this is not the right one. How to get this moving? That's the challenge. Hopefully this will work. And then cog, as I'm making a mess. Do I have any casings in here? No. Again, with the mess. Again with the mess. Actually, no. I don't need that. Let's go ahead and grab... I actually do need it one more further down. Because if we grab the belt and input there, make all of those outputs, while slow they may be... Oh, it's going to take a whole minute. Let's find out if we can build it from the bottom. Should. It'd be funny, though. Dang, it worked. It shouldn't work like that. It's funny that it does. And I put it the wrong way. It's fine. All right, now I don't know if this is going to work either. You're going to be an output. Or sorry, an input. There we go. Be safe, but you block that off. And then we're going to go exactly 1. That's what I was afraid of. It's just going to stack them up. All right, let me try something else. I'm fairly confident that once this all gets caught up, this won't be an issue. Fairly. All right, we'll just let that handle business for the time being. All right, so got it set up. Here's how it works. Hopper is feeding in. Feeding into the input through a depot and it's dropping it 1 item at a time. So what will happen is when the hopper fills up, right, it'll have 1 sitting on the depot waiting for space. And it'll continue to go through. But as you can see, we've got 3 buckets of plant oil, almost 5 of ethanol. And now all that's waiting is that. Now we have power. Now it's full up, cruising along, making power. And it's loud as crap. But now that's running. We run upstairs. All of this is running beautifully. Oh, that's backing up. That's backing up quick, fast, in a hurry, actually. But hey, you know what? It works. Now, what will be next, and we're going to put that up there running off the same style power, is we're going to have an external sand generator, probably created alongside here, or just a second one, and I'll build it somewhere in here. And all it's going to do is it's going to take cobblestone, turn it into gravel, then turn it into sand. Unless there's another more effective way to get sand. Crusher. And we're missing insulating glass. Don't we need that for the other thing I want to take care of this go around? Before we can get into any of that, right, we're going to need the steady supply of nitrate. With that, right now, saltpeter, but generating it, we got to go this route. So we're going to need another crusher. We're going to need 2 of the mechanism crushers as well. So yeah, the only way to get this, we have a saltpeter ore. Salt, salt and pepper, dried salt, salt and mechanism, salt block. Nope. Yeah, this is legit the only way to get it. Smooth basalt pointed dripstone? Oh, it's chipped. Never mind. That also means we're going to need 2 crushers. So there's those 2. And let's grab buckets. 1, 2. Our 2 crushers. Wonderful. Let's get a pair of basic, or not. We don't have these things. And that is osmium. So for that, let's make an energized smelter. Which we can't because slag glass. That doesn't seem too terrible. But we're also missing another basic control circuit. Fantastic. We have some more ingots. So 1 second. Go ahead and grab 8 of them. We'll let the other 16 cook. Energized smelter. We need 1 of you. Some slag glass. We got that. There is the smelter. Robotic melter. All right. We should have enough. No, we don't. What were we missing? Oh, no. We have them. They're just, yeah. 1, 2, 3. For those 3, we'll turn them into their necessary machines. Now, can we make some of the speed upgrades? I would like. We're not going to have enough because of the insulated glass. Oh, definitely not. So never mind. We have to let more of that cook up. And that purification chamber glass with iron requires more of those. So maybe in a minute. Ooh, that's a problem. All right, so we'll have to get a threshold switch. Put that on the back of the oak drawer. That way we can turn that off when our melon slices reach a certain point. Oh, that's another issue. We're going to need to get the filter up and running because these can't filter out because I know how to fix that as well. But that's for another moment. Let's get crusher in place. We're also going to have to get power. All this power. Or not. Oof. It's plant oil. It's those seeds. Those seeds are the problem. What are we missing? Steel scaffolding. Oh, it's a different type. Okay. And steel fence. And hopper. Call that done. Fantastic. Let's grab... I think the energized smelter is just going to be a bit of a bonus, right? Grab the 2 crushers. Then went ahead, grab myself a list filter. That should... Yeah, you can see it's slowly ticking, but plant oil is now building up. Wait a minute. Are you... Biodiesel is filling. It's a catalyst. It's a damn catalyst. It's not an actual crafting ingredient. Well, all right then. All right, that's another thing I want to fix real fast. We have the generator running, but it's only set up for for MV. So instead, let's solve that by okay, we're going to move that over to there, which kind of sucks because of its orientation. Though I might have an idea for that. All right, give me a minute. Let me get this resituated, and then I'll bring it back. What I did is I mounted that backwards. Literally all that I did. Set up HV. So, as you can see, a little bit more power running through those lines. That would probably hurt. Went all the way up to the top, which is exactly what I want. That's mostly full. That's mostly full. You can see biodiesel is now just about full. Just kind of fluctuating back and forth as it's being used to generate power. Something else I will have to do is set up an HV accumulator probably on the back. That way I can run power all the way across out the back, underneath the walkway, and into the next building. The other option is a second diesel generator, at which point I would consider moving our friend the Crusher here over to this side, because once we have power in here, if I put the diesel gen there, this can go away to be replaced with either, like, I could put another blast furnace. I could break these down, because this can be used to augment power over there, all the while still having all of this room up here for more machines. And if we look at the quest book, to my knowledge, there isn't much else left that we might need, unless we have to create like additional machines that I'm just not aware of yet. We use that as a pass-through. That's an output. And you're an input. Relay in the center. Well, center-ish. That's an even number. So, all right. A series of HV relays, which does a multitude of things. We'll have a need to set up for another transformer, but it brings power over to this other side so that we can have the phenolic resin and all that set up. It gives us one buffer here and then another buffer on the other side until we get all of this sorted and situated the way we want it. Okay, another HV transformer in hand. Let's kind of try and sneak you in back here. It's actually, I think, going to be more challenging than it looks. Actually, maybe not. Nah. All right, you're an output. There we go. And then realistically, all I should have to do now is connect that side up. Oh, that's LV. Let's fix that problem, shall we? All right, there. Haven't gotten the other side up. This, we now have power. And we have it coming from the other side as well. All right. Let me go clean out my inventory, and we're going to solve that pesky mob farm problem. No. All right. We got 12 Fluix blocks, 12 Certus plates. Let's go ahead and make these void blocks frames. And on top of that, we need the void key, which is our last ender pearl. Oops. It's fine. Let's go have a look. Literally, absolutely nothing. Gesture, you say that like you expected anything different from something called the void dimension. So it only took me an hour, but I was able to find a village that had a cleric that I could upgrade to get some ender pearls. Because I need to make that mob farm. I've been needing to make that mob farm. And it's time. So let's get this done. First thing is first. I need one of these. I don't have blaze. I have blaze rods. Perfect. Blaze powder. 2 of those. Singularity tank. And a hopper. Put those together. XP, drain, singularity tank. Put you there. Mob grinding utils gives us the cursed GM chicken feed. Find yourself a chicken. Get yourself a rotten egg. Go with 4 fans. Let's make them wide. Let's make it 1 tall. Technically, it's 3 tall, but who's counting? A whole bunch of awards is 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I want to do 2 for now? Yeah, I think so. Definitely want this inhibitor. We're going to need a whole mess of these. A handful of redstone links. 5. Actually, how many casings? Kind of surprising, truthfully. Editor Jester here. I went ahead and removed all of the footage of me building this in the void dimension because it didn't work. This little box is pretty much the same as it is in there. If you want details on how it was built, things like that, by all means, let me know in the comment section. All right, went ahead, threw it in the basement. It's as basic as can be, right? It's a box. It's got lights, same fans. All the lights work. Already tested the fan. Blade works. But I need to find a new chicken. That's the sad part. Hey, Mr. Chicken. Thank you. All right, let's go off. Go ahead and turn that off. There we go. So something tells me this was disabled? Perhaps? Or there's too much light in here. That could have also been the other problem in the other dimension. Oh, wait a minute. Solved the problem, at least in there. And I never put this guy up. Okay, let's fix that. Clear those three out. Go down the basement. So it hasn't been too terribly long. And we're already filling up quick, fast, in a hurry. Stack and a half of ender pearls, which is kind of what we're going for, right? Stack of gunpowder, stack of rotten flesh. Probably gonna end up getting some armor. Void overflow. So yeah, we'll have to find certain things that we'll get rid of and just go from there. But we're getting red wool, which is kind of weird. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this sit for about 30 minutes, and then we're gonna come back and see what's what. So here we are 30 minutes later, and as you can see, like, I can't complain. Look at all that. Look at all, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I went ahead and grabbed one of these jumbo tanks to put all the experience in, but we had a lot. And that's just within 30 minutes, and God knows how much of that I lost because, well, I didn't have a tank. All right, MobFarm, grabbed a couple of ender pearls. Right now, I still have most of them over there. I haven't touched those. These are just the ones from the cleric. That's 1257.5 meters. So realistically, we should have this wireless access pretty much everywhere now. Basement. Let's go over by our mob farm. Oh, let's go. Yeah. Oh, this is exciting. This is exciting. This is stupid exciting. It also means wireless ME connector requires ender pearls. Oh, let's. Okay, we can make this stuff because we just need the ender pearls and to resolve this guy soon. Anyhow, I'm excited. I don't know what we're gonna do next. I have to figure that out. Yeah, I have to figure that out. I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Take care, and I'll see you next time. I have wireless on my island.